Now to a CNN exclusive. According to sources familiar with recent U.S. intelligence assessments, China is preparing to send a shipment of weapons to Iran despite the ongoing fragile ceasefire, which it helped to broker. China says that these claims are untrue and that they have never provided any weapons to any country that's party to this current conflict. Two sources say that the weapons China is sending include shoulder-fired anti-air missile systems. And these types of weapons pose a major threat to low-flying aircraft. For more on this, let's go over to CNN's Will Ripley, joining me live from Taipei. Will, all of this comes after the recent downing of that fighter jet. It essentially renewed and highlighted some of those concerns among the military and intelligence community that Iran may have those weapons available to target aircraft.
Yeah, and just really some incredible reporting from my colleagues in our Washington bureau who probably are sleeping right now, we hope. So I will do my best, excuse me, to pass it along to you. U.S. intelligence uncovered by the D.C. Bureau indicates that China is preparing, Polo, air defense shipments to Iran, possibly within weeks. This is according to sources familiar with the intelligence. The systems are these shoulder-fired anti-air missiles known as man-pads. That's what the sources are saying, and they're designed to target, as you said, low-flying aircraft, including U.S. jets. Similar weapons likely used to shoot down that F-15 last week, according to President Trump. Iran claimed at the time that it used a new air defense system. That was according to a statement from Iranian state media. Shipments might be routed, these sources are saying, through third countries to hide their origin. China obviously wanting to distance itself certainly from any visible indication of providing weapons to Iran, considering that it has just been working the phones in recent days, including 26 calls from its foreign minister Wang Yi to regional allies and friends to try to defuse this situation. President Trump saying that Iran actually helped bring about this ceasefire. And of course, we are now hours away from these crucial talks that will be happening in Pakistan. This would mark a major escalation in China's support for Iran, sources say, if indeed this intelligence is correct, going well beyond the existing sales of dual-use technology that China has been providing to Iran throughout this. But we know that China has incentives to try to assist Iran in ways that does not harm its standing with the global community. Obviously, China is heavily reliant on Iranian oil. By some measures, they're purchasing 80 to 90% of the oil going through the Strait of Hormuz, up more than 1 million barrels a day. So trying to support Iran while maintaining deniability, these sources that my colleagues in Washington have spoken to say could be really crucial here. Iran might be using the ceasefire to replenish their weapons. Now, I want to read for you, because we do have a statement from the Chinese embassy in Washington, and I'm going to read it to you in full, what we've published. China has never provided weapons to any party to the conflict. The information in question is untrue. Goes on to say, as a responsible major country, China consistently fulfills its international obligations. We urge the U.S. side to refrain from making baseless allegations, maliciously drawing connections, and engaging in sensationalism. We hope that relevant parties will do more to help de-escalate tensions. Obviously, we know, Polo, that Russia has been providing much more significant military support than dual-use technology, even going so far as to provide Iran with intelligence of targets that they could strike across the Middle East. If this is true, if what my Washington colleagues have reported from their sources is correct, certainly it would seem that the help coming from China is much, much more than was at least originally believed. But again, a very firm denial of this reporting from the Chinese embassy in Washington.
CNN's Will Ripley walking us through that reporting out of Washington. Thank you so much.